Now, so many things get written about you in the press, but I've always wanted to know, what is like the biggest misconception about who Lori Harvey is?
It's so funny because I'm so quiet.
Yeah.
There's been so many stories that have been made up about me. I've heard I've dated a father and son before.
Not true?
Absolutely not true.
Lori Harvey and Diddy were rumored to date in 2019, but Lori later denied it. Lori reportedly told investigators in the court that what she went through is far worse than anything we've heard from the other victims so far.
Why are they not talking about this person? Why are they not talking about Lori Harvey, who had dealings with him and his son? Why are they not talking about her? Why are they not bringing her up? I can tell you why. Because she doesn't represent, she represents what they want to be. And so they're going to protect her. And, and so when her picture came up, when her dealing, because it was very well known that she did, she got out of there. They went having it. Or she went dealing with him for a long time. Or her parents, they knew better than that. But that don't mean that he didn't sleep with her. That don't mean that he did what he had to do with her. And so they want to erase and act like that didn't happen. But it did happen.
A user on Twitter named Swing has shared a photo of Diddy and Lori Harvey, stating that Lori Harvey dumped his son to become his stepmother. Lori Harvey, a model and socialite, was rumored to have vacationed with rapper Sean Diddy Combs. Their brief romance around 2019 drew media attention due to their public outings, including a vacation in Italy, sparking widespread speculation about their relationship.
But just seeing the pattern, seeing Steve on vacation, that's the one there. Seeing him on vacation with Diddy, like, she's grown, all right? Lori is grown, but that age gap is like, you would think like Steve would be, if anything, would tell Diddy like, yo, let me hook my daughter up with one of your sons or something like that. But Diddy himself, knowing the reputation that Diddy has, and you hear how Steve Harvey be talking about like, oh, we men, we got to do better, we got to do this. The women, y'all got to find that. Just all the stuff he say. And knowing what type of reputation Diddy has. You going on vacation? That's wild. That is absolutely wild.
Rumors intensified when Sean Diddy Combs and Lori Harvey were spotted dining together, fueling speculation about a possible romance. Their public outings, like shared meals, became a focal point of media coverage, sparking curiosity about their relationship status.
It's just the gravity of the situation is sinking in for me. We need to start questioning everybody that's ever been totally close to this man. I love Lori Harvey, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Lori Harvey briefly dated Justin Combs, Sean Diddy Combs' son. After a short relationship, Lori and Justin parted ways, with Lori publicly stating they had decided to go their separate ways.
I am convinced that some of y'all are so used to being abused and misused by these men that y'all just hate any woman that's having it her way. This girl is really but because she's cute, they're not gonna call her that. She dated a father and son. First of all, this tweet has nothing to do with her dating a father and son. The fact that y'all feel the need to remind us every time she goes through a breakup that she dated a father and son, are we not talking about the father that dated his son's partner? Like, that's the weird behavior. I'm not saying that y'all can't be upset with her about it or whatever, but let it go at some point. You're not the father or the son, so why do you care? This is years later. I feel like y'all have been through so much struggle love with these men. Y'all been used and abused. These men push y'all to the side. That y'all hate to see a woman really having her way with a man. And that's crazy, because you should want to take notes. What'd you say, Lori? And then what's the next step? And the hint. Because obviously she's doing something right. I really don't get it. Why are y'all hating on her? Like, y'all acting like the headline is that she just, like...
Nick Cannon commented on the rumoured relationship between Diddy and Lori Harvey, expressing surprise and intrigue, especially given Lori's past relationship with Diddy's son, Justin. His remarks sparked additional media attention.
You said that you regretted telling Pete Davidson to date older women.
I was fucking joking.
You don't regret it?
I mean, nah, I don't fucking regret it. Like, I was just saying, like, I think the term was like, yo, I got my own fucking problems. I shouldn't have been telling him shit. Like, that's what I was saying in the moment.
That was right after the Ariana Grande
yeah, I still think that, hey, salute, Pete, that was that shit. You know what it is, too? Because I don't take shit seriously, especially that type of shit. We sitting here talking about pedophilia and true, you know, racism. And so then when the next subject is Pete Davidson, Ariana Grande, I don't give a fuck.
Right, because she was of age.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in the ideas of when we're like, we could talk about some real shit where this is, you know, life-altering situation. Then we're talking about two rich kids dating. Like, who gives a fuck? like it doesn't, and that's kind of how I approached it, but not really taking like, you know, that's important to Pete, that's important to Ariana, like that's their lives in that moment. But to me, it's like, it's silly and it's funny, and
A new woman has filed a lawsuit against Diddy, and Lori Harvey has also spoken out about her experiences with him. Both situations have brought more attention to Diddy's personal life and actions.
Some of the many reasons that victims do not speak out publicly about this include being ashamed or shamed for this. But we believe that victims should not be shamed, and instead those who committed the criminal acts against them should be ashamed and take responsibility for the harm that they have caused victims to suffer. We are very proud of Thalia for speaking out today in order to help victims of rape and other acts of sexual violence against them. In addition, we thank our co-counsel, Marianne Wang, Heather Gregoria, and Jasly Liriano for their exceptional legal work on this complaint. Our goal for Thalia is very simple. We want justice for her, and we are looking forward to winning it. It is long overdue for those who have caused her to suffer to be held accountable. Okay, a little more. Thank you. There you go. Thank you.
The internal pain after being sexually assaulted.
Several victims are coming forward with allegations against Diddy, sharing their personal stories. Jaguar, possibly referring to singer Jaguar Wright, has also spoken out, adding to the growing number of accusations against him.
Should they speak up now?
I think it's getting a little too late for those who are complicit. For the victims who have been too afraid to come forward because the diddler has been running around with impunity. It's time for all of the victims to come forward. But for the people that have been denying it, you know what, let's not be coy. You know, I am Jaguar, so let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean. Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Should I keep going?
I mean, you're hitting it on.
Jay-Z should be charged. charged. Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him. Or for Justin Bieber alone.
Now, Carisha and Rick Ross just sat down together.
Diddy has faced various allegations, including punching Gerard Richter, blowing up Kid Cudi's car, and being linked to Tupac and Biggie's deaths, boosting his career.
In 2007, Diddy was sued for battery after he punched Gerard Rechnitzer at a nightclub. No idea if I said his name right. And there's even more alleged violent crimes that he's committed throughout his career. For example, Diddy's ex Cassie Ventura, who we will talk more about later, said that Diddy blew up Kid Cudi's car, to which a spokesperson for Kid Cudi said that it was true. On top of that, for years, Diddy has been theorized to be involved in both Pac and Biggie's deaths. Tupac's murder suspect even claimed that Diddy wanted him to kill both Pac and Suge Knight. There's even the time Eminem said, "The day you put out a hit's the day Diddy admits he put out the hit that got Pac killed." On top of that, Diddy even admitted that the death of Biggie helped his own music career.
Diddy and his employees allegedly used threats, intimidation, and promises of relationships to manipulate women into his circle, involving them in inappropriate activities with hired male escorts.
And by the sounds of it, P. Diddy and his employees would do whatever it took to get women into his inner circle to participate in whatever fucked up shit he was into. He would use threats, he would use intimidation, he would even use the offer of a romantic relationship, that lover boy method that Andrew Tate made famous.
The indictment also includes accusations of physical misconduct dating back years, with claims from multiple victims.
To get them to participate in whatever he wanted. He would then get these women to engage in sex acts with male prostitutes that he'd also hired.
On his podcast, Joe Rogan compared Diddy's parties to Jeffrey Epstein's, implying similar questionable and inappropriate activities occurred.
So I would imagine if you're the CIA, you're like, okay, we're looking for people who have gone through these things in their life that have curated this kind of like personality type.
Well, isn't it just like part of the gig? Like here's a for instance, like your bit about Puffy.
How you're going to connect these two dots?
That bit is like, look, you don't have any real personal beef with Diddy, but it's got to go down.
Someone said that they weren't there to take stuff; they were there to delete everything. Like the real people that were in there, you know.
Oh,
like
that's
the same
funny.
thing with Epstein.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's fun. Of course, there's layers upon layers. When you get into these fucking conspiracy theories, man, they never end. They never end. There's just layers upon layers upon layers.
Hollywood insider Jason Lee claimed to have seen high-profile figures at Diddy's infamous parties, where Diddy allegedly engaged in inappropriate behavior with young women, as Lori Harvey has reportedly exposed.
You know, a lot of these celebrities, every single celebrity in the culture has been to Diddy's house. Which means they've gone through all his phones, text messages. I can read you my text message to Diddy. What day is it airing on the show, on the network? Are you coming on the show? Diddy, what's this? It's all been business for me. It's been business for me. I don't have nothing inappropriate to them people because I don't deal with them like that. So you mean to tell me all those late nights, what you doing, where you at? I've seen Jay-Z at his house. I've seen T.D. Jakes at his house. I've seen Chris Brown at his house. I've seen Jordan Woods at his house. I've seen Travis Scott at his house. I've seen Beyonce at his house. I've seen Tiana Taylor. I've seen them all. Now, we was all in the backyard, but I've seen them all. I've seen Usher there. I've seen DaBaby there. I've seen Justin Bieber there. I've seen... Everybody's been to a Diddy party. I've seen Lindsay Lohan, Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Tyrese, Amber Rose. I've seen them all have been there. Mary J. Blige. I've seen them all. But just because you go to a Diddy party doesn't mean that you were getting sprayed down with Vaseline and baby oil. Because I can tell you right now, ain't nobody ever sprayed me with nothing. And I don't even play around like that. Let me tell you about me. I am so private with my personal intimacy that I love the fact that my business is private. Anything I've ever made public, I've talked about it on my show. I've been pretty much an open book with the activities, but I try to conceal the names because I don't want people bothering them. I learned as people started getting to know me, they would go track down anybody I'm involved with and then harass them. The people I deal with are private people. They don't want their business in the streets, and we ain't spraying each other down with baby oil.
Lori Harvey wasn't the only ex-girlfriend to speak about Diddy. Cassie also accused him of mistreatment and filed a lawsuit alleging abusive behavior during their relationship, similar to Lori's claims.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think it's pretty disgusting to say that this was just full of blatant lies because Cassie was seeking a payday when there's literally footage of Diddy beating her in the hotel. And that footage actually wasn't even out at the time, which means the dude was just lying. Like I said though, Cassie was suing Diddy for $30 million, and apparently the day after they filed the lawsuit, it was settled out of court. It was settled for an undisclosed amount, and both parties said they wanted to settle it in a pleasant and friendly way. There was nothing public about how they settled it. We don't know how much money Cassie was paid, if any, or even why in particular they settled. Ben Cesario from the New York Times said, "For Diddy, the settlement quickly shuts down what could have been a risky and potentially embarrassing process of legal discovery, in which reams of evidence are made public and a possible trial." And Cassie also likely didn't want to relive all of her trauma, which is why she probably was willing to settle rather than sit through a trial. But thanks to Cassie's courage for coming forward about this, a multitude of lawsuits followed. Just 5 days after Cassie's lawsuit, another lawsuit was filed accusing Diddy of drugging and essaying a college student at Syracuse University in 1991 and filming it. Then apparently Diddy would show the footage to people as revenge porn. Shortly after that, a third lawsuit was filed accusing Diddy and Aaron Hall of R-wording the accuser and her friend.
Before her death, Kim Porter was reportedly working on a book about her life and personal experiences, including details about her relationship with Diddy.
So Kim Porter's alleged friend has come out and said some real chilling stories about what Diddy used to do to Kim Porter involving Cassie, and we're going to get into it. And yes, I am mentally exhausted, along with emotionally, but bear with me. Cola both states that what we saw in that video has nothing on what Kim had to endure. And I would not compare things, but I would say they both had their share. She said she will never forget the time Diddy tried to make Kim Porter lick Cassie's personal thing that goes up her body, always using Kim's race to put her down. I really wish the worst on this man. I do. She said, "You guys don't know half of what women go through with famous and powerful men. Be the rappers and be the Bin Ladens, be the actors. You'll have no idea." And I agree, we don't. She says, "A rich black woman don't suddenly just, get unalive from pneumonia at 47. Locked away from the world instead of receiving medical care at a hospital. That makes pretty much no family to protect." Cola believes that we're not being told the full story about how Kim Porter actually passed. She goes on to tell a chilling story one time where Diddy barged into the bedroom and told Kim Porter to get out the bed so Cassie could lay in there. What? You woke Kim out her sleep to remove her from the bed that y'all sleep in so Cassie could sleep in it?
Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, publicly claimed that Diddy mistreated both Cassie and Kim Porter. He has shared allegations about their difficult experiences during their relationships with the music mogul, drawing attention to his behavior.
"I didn't know her, but I knew somebody liked her, and that was Kim Porter. I didn't know Cassie, but I knew somebody who was going through the same thing she was going through, and that was Kim Porter." So people ask me, and they send me clips of Cassie, I guess it's an affidavit to the courts, of what she experienced. And it's like, it was the same thing Kim was going through. The same thing, bro. Kim was going through the same thing. The beatings, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, and now I could say one time when I know Kim, had defended herself, and I told people this, and now everybody, after Cassie report comes out, everybody want to show the picture now.
SheBaby stated that Diddy is finished, implying that the growing allegations and intense public scrutiny are severely harming his career and reputation, possibly beyond repair, as negative attention continues to build around him.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that this morning, man. Okay, so Michael Blackson's saying pretty much, I mean, in so many words, Diddy is finished, man. Yeah. Tell a nigga to pack it up and go to another country, that's nasty work. That's a fact. Yeah, Michael Blackson is wild. Now, sex trafficking. I agree with Michael Blackson. Diddy don't need no money to be people paying him to have sex with females. Picture Diddy as like crackhead money for Diddy. Shit, baby. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I agree with Michael Blackson, man. You know, it's something else that, you know, maybe the nigga had a sickness, you know, but I'm gonna tell you, what he's telling him to go ahead and do, sell bean pies and do all this nonsense, this is crazy. He told Diddy to go back and sell bean pies like the 90s.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.